Hey, thank you for clicking play. It's my birthday month today. Well, it's not my birthday today, that's later in the month, but it's going to be a crazy month. So let's just do this today anyway. I'm going to do a pickups video, and I was holding off doing a pickups video because there's something I was waiting on. Okay, here's two things. One, in the last pickups video, I said there was a game that I was waiting to arrive and it hadn't arrived yet. So hopefully it'll be here soon. That game did arrive. Let's start with that one because it is now, and it will become obvious why. I refer to this game as cursed now. It's the first. This is very early on in my collection, and I already have a cursed title. Yes, I do. So I've got an Acorn Electron, as you know. And before we get into that, just to keep you hooked, because it's good to have a hook, the Spectrum is here. The Spectrum is here. I'm not telling you which one yet. Put in the comments which Spectrum you think it is before I get there, and we'll do that game when we come to it. Right. So, this game is for the Acorn Electron, right? Sphinx Adventure had arrived for the last time. So last time I did a pickups video, so that was good. And the second game that I ordered from the same seller hadn't arrived, and it was way over a month later, and lots of other things had taken my attention away. That did finally arrive. It's here. It's one of my favorite games for the Acorn Electron. And I did show it to you when I got my Acorn Electron. It was one of the games that I loaded off my app. The game is Psychastria, so it's like a Iridium clone. Fantastic game. Why am I referring to it as cursed? Because it arrived, and I was so pleased that it arrived. Basically, it ended up going to the wrong address, similar sounding street in my area, and the person at that address, 2 weeks later, mind you, or a week later, so he said, was kind enough to pop round my house with it and said, "Are you so-and-so?" And I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "I think this is for you." The address was correct. The postman just couldn't read. So it's here. It arrived, and it loaded first time, and I should be over the moon, correct? Here's Psychastria. Why the pause? Why the long face? Because I was really happy, and there's the screenshots on the back. I was really, really happy that this had arrived. And my initial thing was, yay, it's arrived, and it loads first time, and I gave it a quick play. And I kept looking at this case, and I'm thinking, this does not ring any bells. So I had to look up, and sure enough, there were two different cases. This is one of the cases. This is not the case I had back in the day. How much does that matter? I don't think it matters that much, and that's what I told myself. Even the tape looks a bit different. The tape itself looks a bit different. It's not a pirate copy, this is legit. So I did my other thing, and I thought, look, I'm fine with this on the shelf. So as you've seen, I've made myself some Acorn Electron cassette sleeves before, so I made the correct one, found the graphics. It's slightly trimmed, slightly wrong. It's on photo paper, sealed so that the ink doesn't come off, and that's fine. So look, I can take that out. Let's take that out. Let's put that in there. Obviously, I don't want to lose the original of this one, so I slide that inside there. And that can sit on the shelf looking hunky-dory, and who cares, right? Who cares? That's absolutely fine, surely. Reproduction case, as you can see. Right? No problem with that. I've got no problem with that. Looks fine on the shelf. But inside, you know it's not right. I was going to live with that. And then a very kind person in the UK that I'm involved with, that's not right. Sorry, Rich, we're not involved. I know we used to do paper rounds, and we've got lots of stories that, you know, not together, we didn't do paper rounds together. Oh, I'm digging myself Myself and Rich already seem to bounce off each other and get on very well in Discord. That's where we know each other from, okay? And out of, even before I got to know him that well, he just, off his own back, he went to the local Acorn Electron community, and he went asking, and then he straight away sent me a picture in Discord. He goes, "I found you this." And I'm like, "Mate, how much do I owe you?" And he, despite, I must have asked at least once, he would not take money off me. He wouldn't even take the postage off me. He said, "Mate, give me your address. I'm sending this." So he sent it on the 30th of September. So shall I show it to you? I'd love to. Where are we now? We are the 6th of November. Still no sign of Psychastria, the bloody cursed game. So look, I do have Psychastria. It's fine. It's here. I'm still not going to cover it until I get Richard's copy, because that would be nice. And Richard, thank you so much for sending it. It will get here. I'm sure it'll get here. It's just bloody COVID post. Right. What else have I picked up? I'm doing a pickups video, so I must have some stuff to show you. I'm leaving that, in that case for the game stack at the back. That's going in that preferred case. What else have I got to show you? Well, I've picked up 2 Amiga games. And I'm only going to show you one right now. And there's a reason. First one, Fighter Bomber. So the same person I got those other ones off, there were some games that I knew he had that were sort of eating away at me inside. And so when I'd been good with my money, I said, hey mate, I'll pick some more off you. So Fighter Bomber, that's here. Got that. Fantastic game. Fantastic flight sim. I love my flight sims back in the day. That's all there. Discs. I haven't actually tried firing this up yet, believe it or not. I've had this for a while. What else we got in here? All the pamphlets, everything's here. Same as the other stuff I got of him. Everything is good, in good condition, which is why I haven't really bothered to try firing it up, to be honest, because I have no doubt that it will be fine. So Fighter Bomber, another flight sim. There's one of those flight sims back in the day that I got and then I think I was a little bit disappointed with Fighter Bomber, but you know, you got to do these things. You got to get them again. I'm just going to adjust my lighting. Is that a bit better? It's a bit better. So you can just see things here. There we go, and I've locked it at that. Okay, we'll go with that. They look better front on probably, just because of the way the lights are. I don't know, well, whatever. Right, okay. The other game, it's here. Look, I'm going to rattle it around. It doesn't rattle. Oh, you saw a bit of the box there. Right, there is oh, you might have seen the game. Right, the reason why I'm hiding this is because I've bought this game. I'm going to do a video about it, but I've bought it for a Christmas gift for somebody else. It's a game I played with a friend of mine back in the day, but I never actually owned it, so this fits in with my journey. But I do want to replay it, and I do want to do a video about it, but then this is a Christmas gift for somebody else. Not that mate, because he recently sold all his Amiga stuff, so he's not going down the same journey as I am. But somebody else that I know has a personal attachment to this game. That's for them closer to Christmas time. So that's what that is for. In Western Australia, there is a computer museum. Now, I say computer museum. Nobody really knew it existed. And then suddenly this guy pops up on the Australian Vintage Computer something on Facebook, saying, oh, we're getting rid of some stuff and blah, 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 blah. So I got on their mailing list. Not much has come up that really grabbed my attention, but I did go down there and it was an interesting place. It's not a museum yet. That's what they aspire to create. So it's quite exciting. But at the moment, it's just a warehouse full of junk, let's call it that, that they're trying to sort out. And as part of that, they're getting rid of stuff. So I said, I'll go down there and pick up a certain printer. The one that I went down there to pick up, we looked at it and it had an Apple connector, which was like an interface that you unplug and you plug a different one in. And to find a parallel one for the same printer would have been just as hard as finding the printer itself. So I left it there, and what I so I thought, I've come here. It was only it's about 30 minutes drive from where I live, so it's not too bad. And it was nice to have a chat and see the stuff. They got some Amstrads there, some nice Amstrad PCs, not the one I'm after. But yeah, so it should be exciting to watch them create a collection over time. And obviously I'll cover stuff if I'm invited to at some point, which will be great. But in their disposal pile, I thought, I'm here, I'll pick up another printer. Essentially what this was about in my head was getting a printer that potentially I can hook up to my Amiga. Black and white dot matrix was what I've got in mind, just so I can hear that hammer thumping along a piece of paper again, have a bit of fun, and then pass it on to somebody else once I got sick of doing that. So what I've got, I've no idea if it works, and I've had this and it's been sitting in my garage for just as long, is a dot matrix printer. So at some point, look, I'm not going to take you through a trash to treasure. That's Neil from Metro Ran Cave's thing. There's a bit missing here, But what I'm going to do is at least give you a before and after shot if I can get the damn thing working, and then show you printing some dot matrix stuff. It's still got the last piece of paper that was ever put in it with mold and moisture damage and everything. I don't know. It was free. What can I tell you? So I've got that. So that's that. Oh, things have to go up here, don't they? It's like Christmas. You have to display your presents. Does your family do that? It's a rather obscene piece of capitalism, really. Not that I don't mind capitalism. I think it's rather fantastic, to be honest. Where are we? There we. That's there. And I'm hiding my drink now. There we go. A shitty printer on my pickups pile. What else we got? Not a lot else, really. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm hanging out for the Spectrum till last, obviously. The wine has to stay up here. It's important. It's an important piece of... It's not going to get spilt on the Amiga. Right, so I'm going to jump. I was down at 8-Bit Anarchy in Midland, run by a guy called Byron. No affiliation. At one point, the Perth Amiga users group thought I did have an affiliation with him. Genuinely... I know him as well as anybody else knows him, but he's a nice guy, and sometimes he just likes people to come in and chat about retro games. And I went in and did a photo shoot with the Batman pack on his Batman TV once and all that kind of stuff. Really nice guy. I've spent pretty much no money in his shop, and still, when I'm there, he goes, "Oh, mate, what can I give you?" And I'm like, "Mate, I'm not even spending any money with you today." And he goes, "I don't care. I want to give you something." And he was looking around for things to give me. He's not going to do this for all his customers, obviously, in case you think, I'm going to go down to this place in Midland in Western Australia because he gives stuff away for free. No, it's just because we've got a rapport going and he knows what I'm into. But oddly, because he thought, well, you're into Batman, and he pulled these out and he gave me these for free. So I've got Batman. What's it on? It's in a sleeve. It's on a 5 1/4 inch disc. I don't know if it works. For the Commodore 64. Completely for free. Nothing wrong with that. And then he also gives me... So I did say, look, I'll give you a shout out on my channel so that all 3 people that watch my stuff all the way over in the UK can come into your store in Western Australia. It's not the exact words I used, but you know what I mean. And he gave me this. Also a C64... in its pouch, so not the best condition box, but look at that, gold 5 1/4 inch disc with the instruction manual, Zorro, for the C64. So I don't have a C64, and I did tell him this. I said, oh, okay, I know what I'm going to do with this, I told him. I said, I don't have a C64, no intention of getting one. But what I would do is, there are people in the Perth Amiga users group that do have C64s. We have a buy-sell swap table at that meet. I'm going to put these on the buy-sell swap table with a note saying they are free to whoever wants to make use of them. I got them for free, so I will pass them on for free. That's how this works in my mind. So long as that person is intending to use them, not to sell them, that'll be the thing I'll put on the note. So I will pass those on for free. So Byron, thank you so much for those. Byron, 8-Bit Anarchy in Midland. Good bloke. Good, genuine bloke. Right. Do you want to see the Spectrum? Yeah, all right. So let's talk about what my Spectrum history was. Again, so last chance to make a guess. I never had a 48K, but there's something special about those rubber keys, and they're quite affordable to buy. I had noticed. It hadn't slipped my attention. Most of the games I had as a kid were on tape anyway. 48K. What I actually had as a kid was a Spectrum Plus 3. With the disc drive, but most of my games were on tape. But what I actually had, and you know I'm a stickler for buying the things that I had, was a Plus 3. So could have been a Plus 3. But then I did some digging, and I couldn't help but notice that Plus 2s were infinitely cheaper because of that whole Gotek thing with the Plus 3s. And Plus 2s, even if the tape drive itself starts to fail, you can still, through the jack in the back, you can load tapes from an app. So you could do that. So very flexible system. Plus I have another drive as an external drive. Plus 2s, and they are so affordable, and they come up boxed all the time and whatever. The other one, Spectrum Next. Now, if I'm saying I've already got it here, I clearly didn't jump onto the second Kickstarter of the Spectrum Next. But what a fantastic machine. It's a Spectrum that's pretty much better than an Amiga, can even connect to the internet and all of that kind of stuff. And people are selling them, and people are selling them locally as well. Okay. What did I get? What I did get wasn't local. So I did have to have it shipped, which is why I said in my last pickup video, I was potentially going to have to wait for a long, long time. I got bored of waiting, and with the awkwardness of COVID and all of that, what I did was made sure there was a safe handover via a doorstep between my parents and a friend of mine, my school friend Lee, and then he took care of shipping this particular item over to me. All right, let's not drag it out for any longer. It's black. It says Sinclair on it, even though that's a lie. So it could be, what is it at this point? It could be a Spectrum Plus 2B or even A, they were black. Or it could be a Spectrum Plus 3, same keyboard, same keyboard. It's what's at the end that matters. Look at it! Look at the gloriousness of the Plus 3 with the disk drive. So this came up on eBay and I couldn't ignore it. Came up as I buy it now at £200, completely reconditioned. So let me justify that price. Completely reconditioned in its original polys, not original box. Completely reconditioned, recapped, reconditioned drive belt done, all the work done. This thing looks brand new inside and out. And I have done a more detailed video on it, which I'll post up next week. So I've actually already recorded this at the time of I've edited that video and now I'm recording this one. So you'll be seeing them in reverse, but I just wanted to do the reveal. So Spectrum Plus 3, I am so happy. What was rattling? Nothing's rattling, it's all fine. It's all fine, I promise. So Spectrum Plus 3, which I'm now going to precariously perch on the top of a... Yes, I am. I'm actually going to do that. But it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. What did it come with? It came with the original power brick. Not going to bother showing you that. It came with an RGB to SCART cable. Details of that in the next video. So back in the day, I had the Chartbusters pack. So this is important to know. I had the Chartbusters pack. So what came with this one was this disc, which I think came with all Plus 3s with 6 games on it. Okay, so more about that in the next video. That's there. Came with the manual, which is great. Came with the original polys. I'm not going to bother getting those out. So that's there. And it also came with the Plus 3 version of RoboCop. So very, very happy with that. There's no manual in here. I don't know if there ever was meant to be a manual, but there it is. And that all works and that's all good as well. So really, really happy with that. I can go there. Dave, the stacks died. Right, is that the end of the pickups? Not quite. Because back in the day, well, before I even saw that come up on, oh yeah, sorry, it was a buy it now for £200. I put an offer in of 185. At that same time, another guy I know on Discord also said, I've got one you can have. So then I was in the awkward position of, shit, I've got an offer in on this one, and now I'm being offered another one. So that gave me a great bargaining. So the guy on eBay said, would you go any higher? And I said, mate, I'm in an awkward position now because I've genuinely just been offered another one. And so he clicked accept on my 185. I'm happy, he's happy. But anyway, before I even bought that, before I even saw that come up, I'd already bought this. So I've got the discs. I've got the disc for the Chartbusters pack as well. That's there, that's good, that's gold. So essentially I have, bar the box, I have the Chartbusters pack, and so the box is something I'll be hunting. This last thing, just because it's in with the Spectrum, this isn't as much a pickup, but I'm excited about it. It's a loan. So my mate Shane from the Perth Amiga Users Group doesn't have a Plus 3, but he has this. So he's got a plus in pristine condition, this collection of Plus 3 games. So I'm going to be going through those as well. So really excited, got some games to play. I got a friend potentially coming round at some point with Shane just to play some games. But I've got a gift for somebody else, and mate, I'm happy. Look, seriously, this is why I was sort of itching to get this pickups video done, even though I'm still waiting for another version of Psychastria to arrive. look, just look, this is the end of the video. My channel name is all to do with the Amiga, but look, just look. Oh, that's it, that's the end of the video, because now this is turning into pornography. It's so beautiful, it's so nice, and it has a drive, and it all works, and it's, all right. Thanks for watching, bye.